Have you ever felt like your mind is a battlefield filled with past regrets, future fears, and thoughts that never stop? This is the story of a young man who traveled across mountains to discover a secret that changed his entire life. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by tall mountains, lived a young man named Marco. He was only 24, yet his heart felt much older because of the thoughts that constantly ran through his mind. From the moment he woke up until the moment he laid down at night, his head was filled with storms of memories, worries, and doubts. He thought about the mistakes he made in the past and feared all the things that might happen in the future. Every thought was like a wave crashing against his heart, leaving him exhausted. He could not sleep well, he struggled to smile, and the world around him felt heavy. One day, Marco heard something interesting from a traveler. There was a wise old man who lived deep in the hills, a man who used to be a famous psychologist in the city. People said he had helped many lost souls find peace in their minds. Now that he was old, he had left the noise of the city behind and lived quietly in a village close to nature. Sometimes he shared his wisdom with visitors who came seeking help. Marco felt a spark of hope. Maybe this old man can help me, he thought. And so he began his journey. For many days, Marco walked through forests, crossed streams, and slept under the stars. The road was long and every step felt heavy, but his desire for peace pushed him forward. At last, he reached the village in the hills. It was peaceful. Birds sang, the breeze moved gently, and everything around him felt calm. There, beside a small house covered with vines and greenery, Marco saw the wise old man. He sat on the porch, eyes closed, breathing slowly, like he was part of the silence itself. Marco hesitated, then spoke softly. "Grandfather, my mind is restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and looked at the young traveler with a kind smile. "So, you are searching for peace," he said. "Come with me." He took Marco to his small yard. Then he filled a glass completely full of water, so full that even the smallest movement might make it spill. He placed the glass in Marco's hands. "Walk from here to the edge of the village and come back. But remember, not a single drop must fall." Marco stared at the glass, confused but determined. He began to walk. The road was narrow and full of life. Children played, dogs barked, shopkeepers shouted to customers, people rushed by carrying baskets. But Marco looked at none of them. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass. Every step was slow, careful, and quiet. He thought about only one thing: the water must not spill. The villagers noticed him and some whispered to each other, but no one disturbed him. He walked to the far end of the village and returned in the same careful way. Finally, Marco reached the old man again. His hands were trembling, but the water had not spilled. "Grandfather, I did it," he said proudly. The old man nodded. Then he asked, "Tell me, did you see the children playing by the road? Did you hear the dogs barking or the shopkeepers shouting?" Marco blinked in surprise. "No, I honestly didn't notice anything. I was focusing only on the glass." The wise man smiled softly. "That," he whispered, "is the secret you have been searching for. When you live in the present moment, there is no room for fear, no room for confusion, no space for unnecessary thoughts. You are not lost in your past, nor afraid of your future. You are here, now, focused on only what mattered." For the first time, Marco understood. Peace was not something he needed to search for in distant places. It had always been inside him, hidden beneath his noisy thoughts. The key was to return to the present moment whenever his mind wandered away. As the sun began to set, the warm light stretched across the village. Birds returned to their nests. Marco bowed his head in gratitude. He walked back home with calm steps, and though nothing around him changed, everything inside him had. He no longer carried storms in his heart. He had found peace, not from the outside world, but from within himself.